Flex, the livest one in the section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You were when a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, trains out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. Oh, it's time to bleed. Waiting on Trick Nolte and the Sensei to slide through. But on the line right now, I got two guests. You already know Freddie Pendleton. You already know him. But we got another guest in the building, Jose Ribalta, for those of you that don't know. This man is a who's who of boxing. This man has fought damn near everybody. He's fought your favorite fighter. Jose, you there, brother?
Yes, sir. For 4 world champions.
That's right. Let me run down the list for those of you that don't know. I'm just gonna give the who's who. He's fought guys like Chris Berg, Razor Riddick, Vitaly Klitschko, Larry Donald, Axel Schultz. Remember Axel Schultz? He fought him. You know what I mean? Bruce Seldon, Tony Tubbs. This guy, Frank Bruno. This guy he's fought the who's who's of boxing. Tim Witherspoon. This guy, he's from the Cuban school. He's from the Cuban school. Big guy, 6'5", 80-inch reach, man.
And good fight.
Man. For those of you that don't know, let me put up a highlight. I remember this fight when you fought Mr. Spinks. I remember that. You fought Leon.
Yeah.
It ain't work out too well for Leon. You know, it was a good fight. You know, you got off on this guy, man. I mean, but, you know, Leon, you know, he was past it, but you did what you had to do. You got him out of there. But let me stop running my mouth. Let everyone know who you are, Jose.
Oh, well, my name is Jose Ribalta. I fought 12 world champion. I fought Mike Tyson, Leon Spinks, Tim Witherspoon. I fought them all. I really fought them all, you know. Now, even now, I'm searching. I was looking for a rematch with Mike Tyson, but I guess not. Mike Tyson, I believe, has a little fear in him in doing exhibition with me. You know, right now. Yes, go ahead.
You'd like to run it back? You like to run it back with Mike?
Yes, I would like to do an exhibition with Mike Tyson again, but like I said before, I believe he has a little fear in me right now.
He probably got a lot of fear in you because he don't want nothing like you coming in there going with him now because they, you know, you see they trying to build him up for a comeback. So if he got to fight somebody like you probably more than likely take that money away from him by beating him up. So he ain't gonna deal with that.
That'll be a rematch, like what, 35 years in the making, damn near. When did you fight Mike? What year was that?
Yeah. Oh shit, 1986. I fought 1986. I fought in 1986. You know, and you know he's a good fighter, but like I say, you know, when he just have fear in me right now. You know, like I said, he said I was the strongest fighter he ever had. You know, he said no. You know, he said that in the fight, after the fight, he couldn't even get a date with a young lady in college, and he couldn't even go out with her on a date because he had so much pain from me that I put on him. You know, my fight.
Wow. So I mean, Mike won the fight, but you know, he the next day he's in a bit of pain.
Yes, he was in a pain the next day and that same night. When after the fight there, what I did was me and my 4 brothers, my brother-in-law, we went to the casino. You know, I had a good time. You know, hanging around, you know, gambling a little bit. You know, I had a great time. While Mike was in bed in pain, being in pain. You know, like I said, I would like to do exhibition with Mike again. I would love to. You know, because that's what I don't understand about this generation today. Generation today, they want to see fights like, like even when they have Roy Jones and when he had the one he having now. If you pay to see a fight, let it be a hard fight like I gave Mike Tyson the first time, a hard fight. That's what people back then did. The generation before now, because this generation today is not about watching a hard, strong fight. It's about watching a guy get knocked out one round, 2 rounds. Hey, it's over. That's it. But me and Tyson had a hard fight, me and him.
Yeah, I have it playing right now. I have the highlights playing right now. This was a young Mike Tyson. This when he was seemingly unbeatable.
Well, he's on his so-called prime.
Yeah, I mean, he was a strong guy. You know what I mean? I'm playing the fight right now, the highlights. He was hitting you with some strong shots, but you know what I noticed in this fight? People remember, you kept getting up, man.
Yeah, but even after the fight, we had, I think, over 50, 60 million people want to see the rematch. Then people come back and say, "Oh, Ribalta, he's an unknown person." I guess probably for this generation, I guess I'm not unknown, but in the '80s, everybody wanted to see the rematch with me and Mike Tyson. Everybody,
And you know why they didn't do the rematch? They didn't do the rematch because you did so well with them. They figured that you could take that money away with the beating in the second fight. That's how it is. The game is rigged to where these promoters look out for their own pockets. And if you don't benefit them, they ain't gonna want to put you in.
That's what Don Kid did. What Don Kid did was he went ahead because I fought Jeff Sims. Jeff Sims is a hard puncher. What happened, so what happened was they felt to where my fight with Mike Tyson would be a harder fight than him and Buster Douglas. So what happened was they underestimated Buster Douglas. That was really what took place in the fight. Because I was ready for Tyson to rematch. I really pumped up. And, especially the way Buster Douglas made him look, I would have done the same thing. Probably even earlier, or stopped him earlier.
I'd love to see that fight, though. I'll tell you that much.
What was it like when you fought? I'm looking at this when you fought Vitaly Klitschko. This was before Vitaly, before he got with Emmanuel Stewart.
Okay, Vitaly Klitschko. This happened in several of my fights. Where I fought Vitaly Klitschko, I fought Klitschko with a fever. And he knew it. They knew I had a fever. And the same thing, some similar, my other fights had the same thing, even when I fought Razor Riddick, something similar to that happened. Razor Riddick, I fought him with an 18-hour notice. I was training to fight somebody else. And then all of a sudden, they say, Ribalta, we have Razor Riddick, you gonna pay Razor Riddick? I said, Razor Riddick? I said, no, I'm not. I said, well, give me 20 grand extra. The same thing I did with Klitschko. With Klitschko, they gave me like 15, 20 grand extra also. But sometimes I think about it, I say, I wish I had asked for a lot more than 50 or 100 grand. Because they said, when we started Klitschko, they said, listen, Ribalta, we have to, you have to fight. You have to fight. I said, what you mean? No, I'm not going to fight. But they said, come, Ribalta, fight. I said, well, give me 20 grand extra. And then they gave it to me, but I fought him with a fever. And I fought Razor Riddick was something similar to that too. It's really the same thing.
So let me ask you a question. You and salute to Bert. He said episode 100, Almighty though, fam. #move, #LDBC. Salute to you, fam. I appreciate you. Let me ask you a question. Prior to the fight actually happening, don't you have to be cleared before you get into that ring?
Yeah, you see, that's what I'm saying. It's connections, who you know. Like when I fought Klitschko, I had a fever. And they knew it. But like they say, money counts, So, so then I went ahead and fought Klitschko.
If they needed that fight, they're gonna make that fight regardless of whatever the circumstances are. They trying to get at that money. And if he was the person to step in there and they could make that money with, they was gonna make sure they got him in there.
Right. Because they told me, Jose Ribalta, come on, man. You can't pull out. Can't pull out. I said, what you mean? I have a fever. They said, everybody come on, Ribalta. I said, no, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna do it. Well, I said, give me $20,000. And he said, okay, they give it to me, no problem. The same thing with this other guy here, or Razor Ruddick, the same thing, Razor Ruddick. You know, Razor Ruddick from an 18-hour notice. You know, I was training to fight this guy named Smith something, I forgot. You know, I was training to fight him, and next thing you know, 18-hour notice, they pulled Razor Ruddick for the fight. And I thought I was no problem. One thing about me was there's really good and bad. Is that I really didn't care who I fought. I fought anybody. You know, I fought Larry Holmes. I fought anybody. You know, I didn't care who I fought.
I have the fight running right now. The audience is looking at you versus Bruce Seldon. That first round, you knocked him on his ass. The first exchange, and I thought it was over. I remember watching this in real time. You thought he was playing possum?
Bruce Seldon. You see, I don't like making excuses, you know. But Bruce Seldon, you know, as you can see, you know, he knew him in the eye, but no problem. Him in the eye, he coming real good in the eye. He went in my eye. I said, man, forget this. And then my trainer, he stopped the fight. My trainer, Dave Clark, God bless him, then he passed away. But he stopped the fight. I can already see Bruce Seldon. He stopped the fight, you know. Like I said, you know, that's why I say, you know, I fight anybody. I ain't fear nobody in boxing.
No, you sure wasn't, man. Your record speaks for itself. I mean, you have some losses there, but I'm looking at the names. I said, damn.
Yep. I mean, that's how it is. You fight everybody. Everybody. Don't ain't scared of nobody. That's the kind of fight that should be out there.
It's guys like you, Jose. It's guys like you that I feel after a while you should automatically be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, that should be a rule, man.
Based on your resume.
I wasn't.
They may put him in.
I was in Florida.
Yeah.
I was in Florida Hall of Fame. Yes.
Because what they're gonna do is they're gonna take a vote on him, and they're gonna see what happens with how high he comes out, and then they'll, you know, more than likely, you know, because I mean he put it in the game, and he put it all on the line when he got in the ring.
Yeah.
So you know he should definitely be invited into that.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, man. This guy, if you guys don't believe in him, you know what? Let me pull up the boxer rec so the audience could see. Let me see. I'm gonna pull it up because I looked at it and the sensei is in the building. Stormy B-Man in the building. Now we could cook. The sensei is in the mother effing building. Salute, big bro.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's going on, man?
Yeah,
what's
man.
happening?
We got Jose Ribalta and Freddie Pendleton on the line, brother.
Oh man, who Freddie done beat up before I got in here, man?
Yeah, you know, Freddie always looking for the smoke. Freddie
Yes,
always
you know
looking
that.
for the smoke.
What's going on,
I'm
Freddie?
like,
What's going
hey,
on, Jose?
you know what I'm saying? If you got the best boy out there, bring him to me.
I pulled up Jose's record. We're gonna work backwards. Razor Ruddick, Chris Bird, Vitaly Klitschko, Larry Donald, Axel Schultz, James Holly, Bruce Johnson, Carlton West, George Harris. Let's go to Tony Tubbs in '93. Come on now.
Wasn't that the whole top 10?
Come on now.
Sound like
That's everybody.
He fought everybody.
Yeah,
Larry Holmes,
Larry
Frank
Holmes
Bruno,
too.
Tim Witherspoon, Bruce Seldon.
Yeah, Larry Holmes too.
Steve Zuski, I remember him.
And Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson, Leon Spinks. Hey, Stormy, he's still looking for that Mike Tyson smoke right now. He's looking for the Mike Tyson smoke right now.
Man, Mike don't want no
I really am, you know, because you know what took place was I boxed Mike Tyson in 1986, right? But then took place was in 1996. You know, we sparred in 1986. You know, and he was, to me, he was not the same Mike Tyson I fought in '86 because he was like easier to hit. You understand? It was easier to hit. You know, it was, to me, he was not playing as hard as he was before in '86. So therefore, you know, I really had to, you know, go at him again this time because, like I said, he was not the same Mike Tyson I fought in 1986. You know, he was different in 1996. He was a little different. He's not the same.
Has Mike Tyson had a fight yet? He came back and had a fight, didn't he?
Roy Jones.
Roy Jones.
Roy Jones.
Oh, please. I don't even count that as a fight. That was bullshit. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? I like that. I mean, Roy got to make a couple more dollars because he did go out like a knucklehead in his career. Because Roy was one of the best, but he went out soft. I don't know what happened to him, but whatever it was,
I can fathom. And we had Roy on the show. I just never asked because I kind of like to let the conversations flow. But I heard, I can't confirm anything. I heard, he had a little tax issues. Then next thing you know, he had dual citizenship in Russia and took a lot of fights. And that's when he started having these like weird losses to me. So, but I'll never I don't think I'd ever ask him that question because, when it comes to like people's money, that's like, it's up in the air. I really don't want to I don't.
Well, it's like, yeah, I can't. I would never worry about what, as far as his money concerned. I just want to know why his career took that turn where he nosedived. I just don't know what was the process or what happened in the fact where he started going backwards instead of forwards because he was smoking hot. And he got skills like a monk. I mean, that boy is one of the best fighters out there. And he just started heading in the wrong direction.
Hold on, y'all. Stormy. Can we zoom in on that hat? Can we zoom in on that hat?
Yeah, zoom in on it, brother.
Zoom in on that. Put it close to the camera. Put it close. There you go.
All right.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
What I want to ask. Well, Stormy, you just got here. You got any questions, brother?
No, I wasn't aware of who you had on because I got the link a little bit late, but
yeah.
The brother Ribalta, man, I've always respected what he brought to the ring, man, because that man, again, one of those throwbacks, get in the ring with anybody, everybody, and compete to whatever he's got. He don't no excuses. You know what I mean? And the fight that he had with Tyson, referee stopped that fight with Ribalta on his feet. He's been on the canvas, got up, fought back. Mike Tyson ain't never knocked nobody out beyond the 8th round, man. 7th, 8th round. And Ribalta was going to go to the bell.
Yeah.
And Mike Tyson was probably going to, he wasn't the most mentally strong guy, so if you let somebody stay in there and hang in there with him, you don't know how much he's going to fall apart. It was proven against Buster Douglas that happened. Yep. So when you got a guy, he could take what you hit him with. Dropping somebody on the canvas is nothing. People can go down, but in life, it's about going down and getting back up, isn't it? So
that's right.
That's what I appreciate about fighters like Jose Ribalta, because at one point it's about testing your wares against the best that are around. But I do have a question for him. What was his fight with Tony Tubbs like? I never saw the fight, but I wanted to ask him because Tubbs was a straight up boxer. He could box. So I would like to know what Ribalta's memories were about Tony Tubbs.
Well, Tony Tubbs, he was like, he's kind of quick, He's also a smart fighter. Basically, he had pretty good speed, and also, and you see, if it was more like an 8-round or 10-round, it would have been a different outcome. It was just a 3-round fight we had. That was like, some kind of little box off they did. It was just a 3-round fight. It was an 8-round fight or a 10-round fight. It would have been a different outcome. That's what my belief, and that's what I know. Because we did like some kind of smart exhibition. It did. So all we did was 3-round, and that's it. 3-round. It's a 3-round fight.
Wait, how many rounds? How many rounds was that fight?
3-round, a 3-round fight. It's a kind of exhibition they had.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Jose, I want to ask Jose a question too.
What?
You remember coming up? You remember being in Tropical Park, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we used to train there all the time. That's how I used to watch you work out at.
Oh, okay, okay. You remember Dave Clark, right?
Yep, that was my trainer.
Yeah, that's like my idol, boy. I love Dave Clark. Clark.
He's good. Yeah.
Jose,
Yeah.
I see on your record you also fought Michael Dokes. What was that like?
Oh man, Michael Dose. That's good. Like I say, Don King was a promoter in that fight there. And therefore, they told me, Jose, I thought I won. The crowd boo. They booed for a long time. They boo, But like I say, it was the Don King show. The Don King show, so anything close, Don King boys gonna get it. That's what took place, Don King fighter too. He was a Don King fighter. I was not, so they gave the closing decision to him because the crowd booed. They booed for a long time. When they get the decision to make a dose.
Did you ever had you said, I'm sorry to cut you off. You ever had any business dealings with Don King?
No, I think I did. With him, with Michael Dose, and I really forgot the fight I did with him. That's it. No, but not really. Nah. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I did have business dealing with him. Yeah. One time when Tyson was getting to fight Tony Tubbs, he had me to his office. He said, Jose, listen, if Tony Tubbs pulls out, Tony Tubbs was talking about pulling out. So if he pulls out, we have you at a standby. So they had me as a standby, him as a standby. But then what happened was that I was not, I was not a citizen of the United States at the time, so I really couldn't go to Japan, so that would took place there. I couldn't go, but they originally had Tony Tubbs to go with them. They had me for a standby. Tony Tubbs pulled out, because there was talks about Tony Tubbs pulling out the fight, so then that would took place there.
It seemed like, because I'm looking at your record, and there's a lot of losses on your record. However, it seems like you're the guy that was a quality guy that they could try and grab on short notice. Was there ever a fight? How many fights did you have a full camp with, as opposed to having a short camp with, and they just calling you up for short notice? How many full camps you had?
Full camp. Well, I had Mike Tyson. I had Larry Holmes, Tim Witherspoon. Tim Witherspoon. Tony Tubbs. Got a 3-round fight. It's all right. I know what you mean, but I had to see the fighters. I see which fighters. Because that fighters, for example, when I fought Klitschko, I should have pulled out. But I should have pulled out in that fight. They were Klitschko. But hey, that was too close. They said, Jose, listen, you told me I couldn't pull out. I couldn't pull out. They told me, because there's too many tickets have been sold. I couldn't pull out. And with Razor, the same thing too. Razor told me, come on, they pay me in advance. And one time, I really forgot which fight this was. One time, they said, I had gray hair. I had gray hair for a long time. I had gray since I was young. So they told me one time, they said, Jose, you can't go in the ring with your gray hair. I said, why not? I love my gray hair. You can't go with your gray hair. And then what happened was they gave me like $1. I said, okay, give me go my gray hair. I said, okay, no problem. I cut my hair. I doubt it. I forgot what I did with it. You know,
They didn't want you going in there looking like a seasoned veteran. They want you going there looking great.
Right. No, but this happened three times it happened. But, oh man, I can't believe it.
That's messed up, man. Salute to Just producer in that super chat. Much love and appreciation. Go ahead, Ant. Go ahead. So you had a question.
Hey, Freddie and Jose, man, how both of y'all doing, man?
All right.
Good. Stormy, you doing all right, brother?
Yeah, man, I'm hanging in there. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing great. Drew, you doing good? Everybody in the chat?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Blessed.
Man, got a question. Hey, Jose, I talked to a lot of fighters behind the scene. Me and you didn't talk, man. And I got a question, man. This is what I heard. Is it true that Riddick Bowe's camp had him pull out a fight with you because they saw the way you was doing with Lennox Lewis and sparring?
Ooh.
You know what? That was at one time me and we both skipped the first one time, but all of a sudden I don't know. That's what I heard too. I don't know. So I was doing good with Lennox Lewis sparring, but so I really don't know.
What year was that?
I think it was probably like 91, 92. 91, 92. I forgot. Yeah, but I'm not. I don't know. That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Things like that happen. You do good in sparring, and then word gets out. Someone runs to the payphone. Back then they on cell phones. Run to the payphone, but like, yo, look, he in there kicking Lennox Lewis ass. You might want to tell Riddick to pull out that fight, get him out of there. You know what I mean? We heard some stories about Freddie, and we heard from other fighters that bring up the same story. I'm like, well, damn, that shit is true.
Because that's what they did. That's what they did to me and Chavez. I was supposed to go to spar with Chavez, but Chavez and Don King sent his main sparring partner down to work with me, and I dropped him in the 4th round. And after he went back from sparring with me, Chavez would never fight me. That was Chavez's main sparring partner. Always worked with Chavez. And when I put him down in the gym, I dropped him in the 2nd round. And that was it for me. We never sparred again, and he went back home, and that was it. Chavez, he ain't never gonna fight me. I mean, I don't care how much Don King offered him. He said no.
High risk, low reward type thing, man.
Wow.
High risk, low reward.
Yeah.
And see, these are the things. This is why I respect Jose, man, because Jose's one of those brothers that you call up, and it's like, all right,
I'm ready to go.
We're gonna try and set him up for failure, but if we beat him, we're gonna take credit for the win. You dig what I'm saying? So that means, if you give this man a full camp and he's healthy, he's gonna be a problem. And I'll go back. They like showing the highlights. First of all Mike Tyson highlights look great. It looked like he's beating the world. All right, but we tell the truth about Mike Tyson. We tell the truth. All right. I tell people that trying to argue me about Mike Tyson, I say, name one meaningful fight, and I'll make it easy for them. I pull up the box rec on their cell phone, and they scroll up so fast, they'll go right past Trevor Berbick. They'll go right past him. They'll skip everybody in between, and it's hilarious. And I'm like, yo, wait, hold on. You never heard of Trevor Berbick? Never heard of that? And a Mike Tyson highlight reel, you see him knocking out a bunch of dudes that you don't even know the damn name of. You understand? And one thing that you see a lot of Jose in there, but what they don't tell you is what Stormy just brought up. Jose got up.
Yeah.
Jose was willing to finish on his feet, man. And, a guy like Mike Tyson, I was just having this conversation earlier today, man. There's a lot of athletes that are gifted at whatever their discipline is, but they could be mentally weak once that person starts punching them back.
Right.
We all know boxing is mental. A lot of it is mental. A guy with a strong heart and a strong mind can outlast a guy with a superior skill set. We've seen this. We've seen guys that were specimens in that ring, and it's like, how do you lose to that guy? Well, heart, determination. I talk about this all the time, and rest in peace of Vernon Forrest, but he had no business losing to Ricardo Mayorga. He had no business losing that
Tell
fight.
me about it.
No,
He had no business losing that fight. Who saw that coming? Mike Tyson versus Danny Williams. What? How'd that happen?
And how about this, Drew? How about every time when Mike started to hit the canvas, he didn't finish.
He ain't finished. Thank you. He ain't get off the mat to win. You dig what I'm saying?
People, nobody wanted to recognize the fact that Mike only had heart when he was beaten.
Yep.
Because I told everybody that Evander was going to win when they fought, and they was like, "Oh no, you wrong." And I was like, "Wait a minute, Evander don't quit when somebody hurt him." And Tyson was able to hurt him a couple of times, and he came back and hurt Tyson even worse. And Tyson eventually quit.
Evander was the type of guy you literally Evander Holyfield, Larry Holmes. You had to kill these guys. George Foreman had all the heart in the world. You had to kill these guys, get them out the ring.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's why, I shout out guys like Jose Ribalta, like you, Freddie. I shout out these guys. That's why we get them on the show, because we refuse to let people forget you guys. We refuse.
Yeah, because they got a big effort out there trying to forget us. Because they don't want to talk about you. They don't want to, they ain't nobody remembering what you used to do or what you did.
Not on our watch. Not on our watch. No.
One thing I can't forget is that a lot of people now are saying that they don't remember Ribalta. I would say, which means you don't remember Ribalta. I fought the best in the world. I fought 12 world champion. How do you forgive me?
Well, I'm like this. You was one of the best fighters of those days in the heavyweight division. And these cowards they got fighting now, they can't even compare them to you. That's crazy.
What year did you come to the States?
Sure, I came in 67.
In 67. Wow. Let me ask you a question. So you living in Miami right now, right?
Yes.
Have you ever been to the camp and saw King Kong Ortiz or Rigondeaux or Lara? You ever worked with any of those guys or been with them?
No, not really. No.
I did a video, I don't know, a couple of months ago, because there's things that drive me crazy. Not only do they do black fighters, depending on who you are, they discredit black fighters. But to me, I was wondering, maybe I'm going crazy. It seemed like there was an organized effort to discredit black Cuban fighters. Guys like King Kong Ortiz, and I know he's had his troubles, with popping dirty or whatever. But my thing is this: nowadays, there's a lot of guys popping dirty. So tomato, I'm over it. Ortiz, this guy is one of the most ducked heavyweights today, even right now. Erislandy Lara, he damn near had to run up on Canelo, and if Canelo didn't get insulted enough, he wouldn't have fought him. He had to do strange things to get that fight. And a lot of people say that he beat Canelo. All right, Guillermo Rigondeaux, one of the biggest crimes in the last.
Yeah, they dogged him out.
They dogged this man out. All right, that's why I refuse to critique his style in the ring. I refuse to even speak ill of that man because of what was done to him. All right, and we have this. We have this other sensation in the heavyweight division who's working with King Kong Ortiz, Frank Sanchez, all of these guys out of Cuba. And my latest statement about Frank Sanchez was like, yo, got to protect that man because they're looking to do him like they're doing Ortiz. The man fought on the undercard fairly recently, and he was an underdog. Yeah, he was an underdog, and he beat that face ass, man. That guy's a bad man. Frank Sanchez, what, 6'4", 240, great hand speed, and that Cuban school scares the crap out of everybody. So tell us about the Cuban school of boxing, Jose.
Oh, really? I'm really not familiar with it now. I only know a couple of Cubans. For example, even one time I was trying to do an exhibition with Ortiz. They said, "Oh, Jose, that one drawing on much money." I said, "Okay, no problem."
Oh wow!
But as far as boxing goes, Cuba has great boxing, especially basically for the Olympics. They had great boxers in the Olympics. You know, he had guys. The boxer not too long ago beat he won a big fight. He's like 154 some pound. I forgot his name, but he's pretty good too. You know, I forgot his name. He beat Pacquiao, and he beat Pacquiao. He beat was it the Cuban guy that beat Pacquiao?
The Cuban guy to beat Pacquiao?
Yeah, what was it?
When?
Not too long ago, a couple months ago.
Talking about Ugas.
Yeah.
Who?
Ugas.
Cuban guy.
Ugas. I'm bugging. Oh shoot.
Yeah, Ugas. I was like, huh? What are you talking about? Ugas. Yeah, Ugas. Yeah.
Yeah, Ugas. Yeah. Ugas is a problem. That's a prime example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These guys, man. I don't know what the hell, man. It's like there's some sort of they don't want the Cubans to shine. I don't know what that's about, man. You see, it's out of sight, out of mind. You said the Cuban guy that just beat Manny Pacquiao, and you saw for a second, we was like, huh? You see what I'm saying? and that's the boxing world. They live to do that to us. And I had to remember. I said, oh yeah, he did. He just whooped Manny's ass.
Did you forget about that commentator that came out and said that nobody want to see some black guy win the world title? We tired of that like they tired of seeing black faces win championships.
Man,
he flat out came out and said that in the magazine.
This is why you see why this is why what we do here is important. You know, what you're getting here is the truth. We're not on the payroll. I don't work for ESPN. Stormy don't work for Fox. We're doing this legitimately for the love of the sport. Now, it's turned out to be a business, but we're doing this from the heart. Nobody's paying us for our opinion. We're just doing it. That's why I love this Sunday show because, you know, Anthony's on the ground, and I love talking to you guys. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up watching you guys. You know what I'm saying? Jose, I watched you fight Mike Tyson. And I remember when I was a kid, I said, yo, this man keep getting up. He keep getting up.
Yep.
He ain't stop him. The ref had to stop it. But you kept getting up.
But I believe up to this day, you know, I believe the referee started that fight too soon because I was not hurt. I was not hurt. Honestly, I was not hurt. I mean, he started the fight, I was not hurt. Honestly, I wasn't. I fought Mike Tyson. You know, the referee stopped us and nowhere. Huh? No, 10 round. It
was a 10 round. Man, they should have just let you finish. When did they stop it? In round 8 or 9?
No, it started 10th round.
In what round?
10 round. 10th round. Yeah.
Oh, the
reason it stopped really, I believe, is because he had his 2 previous fights. He had gone distance. He gone distance with Tillis and I forgot what the other guy was. In Tillis, he got distance with Tillis. You know, you know, like I say, you know, I believe right now, you know, Gene Quick Tillis. I won't mind doing an exhibition with him. Gene Quick Tillis.
I don't think James is in shape anymore.
I don't think he want to get in shape anymore. That's for sure.
So Jose, you still work out?
Yeah, I work out, stay in shape. I ride my bike and everything, stay in shape.
Gotta stay in shape. Well, I know I stay in shape because I ain't looking like some of these guys that I know fought. You know, you got one guy, he was 112 now. He's like almost 200 pounds. How you almost 200 pounds? You only 5'5". That's crazy.
That's wow. That's like the Prince.
Oh, Lord.
That's crazy. I'm like, damn, I understand you're making a lot of money, but shit. You know what I'm saying? Take care of yourself.
Yeah, you got to take care of yourself, especially when you're in the sport of boxing.
I can't remember his name. He was a bantamweight champion. He moved to London.
Bantamweight champion.
He big in the mug, man. I was like, damn, how you 119 pounds go to 200?
He was a champion when? What year was this?
It had to be in the 80s when I was fighting. I was champion. And he moved to London and he started making a ton of money. He got fat in a month. I was like, dang, brother, I understand you.
American fighter?
But Lord, that's too much weight to gain.
Brooklyn
Yeah, the
born.
Prince can pick a lot of weight up too.
Who that?
The Prince picked a lot of weight up.
And Naseem Hamed got really
The Prince. Yeah, he huge, man. Ricky Hatton, huge.
Yeah, the
oh
Prince,
my God, he got fat again? Fat bastard.
Ricky got fat. And
because they said he was working on his weight and all this stuff. He was trying to make a comeback. I guess not.
Nah,
man, not the last time I seen him.
He got knocked out.
Only thing Hatton was coming back for was another helping and another drink.
Yeah,
there you go.
yeah. Prince Naseem.
See, a lot of people when they quit, they should just stay out of it, because if you ain't gonna put 100% in coming back, that's the hardest thing to ever do, to make a comeback. You know what I'm saying? At an older age. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do that, you got to put 100% in it and make sure you're getting the weight off and taking care of yourself. But if you don't do that, you're gonna get crushed.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Salute to Brooklyn Born in that super chat. He said #100 strong arm, no doubt. I appreciate y'all, man. Much love and appreciation. Yeah,
hey, Drew, got a question.
Go ahead.
For Jose. Hey, Jose, I got a question for you. I was thinking of something. You fought Marvis Frazier in a close fight. Do you think they gave him that fight based on Joe Frazier being his father?
Definitely. I'm glad you know that. It's true. That's true. A lot of people were saying that. They even bought a decision too. They bought a decision because, like I said, his father won the fight. It wasn't Marvis Frazier. His father did. His father's name. But I beat Marvis Frazier and the rest of the get it. You know, because a lot of times that's what happened to a lot of fights. I fought the guys from lately. I fought a lot of fights that I lost because I fought these guys in their hometown, or the promoter's card. You know, that's why I lost a lot of these fights. You know, because even when I fought Frank Bruno, he stopped me in the second round, but when he did what he be behind the head. I told the ref, he hit me behind the head. The ref said, "Shut up and keep going. Shut up." No. You know, he hit me behind the head. And Bruno hit me behind the head real hard. You know, because he did that against Tim Witherspoon. I think he hit behind the head. He did that even against Mike Tyson. He does that. You know, but he got away with it with me. He caught me. He caught me a good headshot in the back of the head. Never took place there.
You know, they allow these top fighters to get away with dirty punches and low blows and all that stuff. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But if you do it, they jump all over your case, warning you. But I tell you again, I'm gonna take a point away. They try everything. If they're not looking for you, they want the other guy to win. They try everything against you and nothing against him. And that's just how the sport has been going for all these years.
That is true. That is true.
Because I lost against some name fighters, you know. I lost someone said, man, you know, this is the winner. And it's 50-60, you know, and it gives the person all the time. I mean, that's why my record right now is 17, 39, 17. Is that. You know, I lost a lot of, because I always going to fight the person in the hometown or their promoter's car. That's how I lost decision, you know, because even when I fought Tim Witherspoon, to me, you know, everybody had a decision. Witherspoon said to me in the fight, Frazier said, "Hey, gentlemen, we have a draw." And Witherspoon looked at me and he said, "You won. Nah, you won, man. You won." That's what he told me. And then he told me. And then after the fight, he told me, man. They said, sorry, please. We have a decision. The winner, Tim Witherspoon. And then after we get out of the ring, Tim Witherspoon tell me outside the ring, oh man, you won that fight. So I said, I know. You know, so twice he said it in the ring that I won it, and then he said it out the ring that I won. You know, and that what took place there. And that's what I'm about a couple of guys for that name now. But anyway, a couple of guys, you know, that I fought, you know, in their hometown, that what happened to me. You know, I lost a lot of fights. The promoter, that's why. You know, it hurt me in their hometown. You know, it hurt me a lot.
That's what happens sometimes when you're a road warrior. You damn near gotta go. First of all, when you go into someone's backyard, you're already down 4 rounds. You know what I mean? So you got to go in there and knock them on. You got to knock their ass out. So you know.
Yeah, you saw that fight with me and Rafael Relis. You know they still haven't given me my world championship ring for being a lightweight champion of the world. Never gave it to me. Tell me I got to pay for it. I'm like, you stole my title. I knocked the guy down 4 times in a championship fight. He never put me down once. But you still haven't given me my championship ring. Talking about because I lost a fight that I didn't lose. It's crazy. And they expect me to pay for it.
And one thing that I'll tell you is true. It really happened. What happened to Wilder when he fought against, when it comes to a controversial decision, when they're giving the decision, when he got stopped, and he said that something was put in his drink. That really does happen. That really does happen.
Oh my God! You see,
a lot of stuff happened, boy. Nobody wants to believe it.
I want you to reiterate that because we're gonna talk about that. You see,
there you go.
Anything, you see. Salute to Thomas Dillmuth and my brother Thomas. He says, "Congrats on episode 100 and cheers to many, many more to come." Bronx on deck. Salute to you, famo. Now, see, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
See, I wasn't even.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm not saying that the trainer did it or anything like that, but all I'm saying is that does happen.
It does happen. Thank you. That's
what
I'm saying.
It does happen. It does happen. You know, because once before, because twice, you know, I 3 or 4 times I had a guy that was a friend of mine, right? But I didn't have my main trainer, which was Dave Clark. God bless him. Dave Clark, right? Was he was like a father to me. He was a real good guy. Okay. Like for example, like there was time to where the drink I had. I mean, I fought with a couple guys. I got stopped in the second round. Like wow, all of a sudden, even with Bruce Seldon, I didn't have my trainer Dave Clark. I didn't have my trainer Dave Clark. Now for Bruce Seldon, the same thing. I drunk the drink they gave me. I felt so weak afterwards. And a couple of the fights I had against Bruce Seldon, a couple. Man, that's true, man. It happened a couple of times. My trainer was Dave Clark was not there. It happened. It happened.
Yeah. Because I see he used to be in my corner all the time. Dave Clark, and he was good, you know what I'm saying? But when I was with Banani, he's one of the worst trainers I've ever been in the ring with. So I never had him. He never trained me. All he did was watch what I did and tried to he tried to learn more from me than me learn from him, because my trainer Jimmy Hill taught me everything. And then I went to other trainers like what's the guy from Bronx? Manuel Stewart, the guy from Philly, big name from Philly. Damn, my memory is terrible. But those guys, I learned from big names, 3 other big name guys. I learned a few things from Floyd Sr. and from Roger. They taught me a lot of stuff that you can do in boxing, as far as defensive and offensive. So I was like, man, I just absorbed all of it, and it made me a way better fighter. You know what I'm saying? When you listen to the best, you can take on anybody.
Let me say this.
That's why I did it.
Let me say this, and I'm talking to the people watching. This is every time someone gets on the show, we hear something. I was not bringing up anything about. You already know how I feel about the Wilder situation, poison in the water. We have now Jose Ribalta. He basically just said he's been poisoned on more than one occasion. So all of you numbskulls that says it can't happen, I didn't speak to Jose until today. Okay?
I didn't brief him either.
Nobody gets briefed on here. All right. Let me read the super chat, and then we're going to revisit what Freddie knows about being cheated. Tab Investments in that super chat. He says, salute at family. LDBC, Trick, Stormy B, man. Y'all keep up the great work. Salute to you, fam. Much love and appreciation. Salute to Will Old School. He said, thanks for keeping things straight up, Drew. Salute to you. Salute to you, family. I appreciate y'all. Freddie.
Yeah.
Felix Trinidad. Talk to us about that fight.
Oh, I was having an easy time with him. I was having fun. If you watch that fight, I was laughing throughout the whole fight. I was messing with him, teasing him, playing with him. And then all of a sudden, I go back to the corner in round 4 after the 4th round bell. I go back to the corner, and he's pouring water, giving me water. Then he shoves this swab up my nose, and it burnt me a little bit. And I smacked his hand away and said, "What the hell you putting up my nose? What the hell's wrong with you? My nose ain't bleeding." Oh. And I was just cleaning your nose out. For what? And then when I told him, just leave my nose alone. I went out the next round. All of a sudden, I get dizzy. I can't see. And then Trinidad runs up and hit me, and the fight's over. And then this clown, after the fight was over, goes in the ring and says, "I don't know what happened. He just stopped fighting and backed up. I had no idea." Yeah, because he put something up my nose. You know what I'm saying? And then tried to blame it on me after he did the dirt. And I told you, I said, you ain't gonna take my word for it. Watch the fight. I'm winning the fight. Then I go back to the round. I'm getting ready. This is the round where I usually open up. In round 5, I start picking up the pace. And all of a sudden, when I start going out there, I'm moving around. Then I'm ready to start pulling punches. All of a sudden, I got dizzy. So I stepped back and I started shaking my head because it felt like it was burning. So I stepped back, and then Trinidad run up and hit me. You know what I'm saying? Then the referee saw me step back like that and didn't do nothing. Just let Trinidad hit me. Anytime you see a fighter in trouble or a fighter having issues, you're supposed to be there to stop it. That's what you paid to do. You the referee. Richard still sat there and watched him walk up and hit me. Let me go. And then I went down. He counted me out. Didn't even say what happened. Was anything? You all right? What took place? Nothing.
You didn't get caught clean the whole fight. You're right. I have the fight playing right now, so people are looking at it. You was in control. Tito couldn't land clean. He was looking to land the he would jab.
Trying to land that big right hand he usually kill everybody with.
Yeah, he wasn't landing it. You was in there making faces at him. He was getting frustrated.
Off balance.
Yeah,
I was having fun.
He was hella off balance. You was cooking this night. And then I remember watching this live, and when the fight ended, I said, "What the hell happened?" And I swear to God,
you did watch my trainer at the end of the fight. He goes in the ring and say, "I don't know what happened. He just stopped punching." I was like, "Yeah, you knew what happened. You drugged me. You put something on my nose." You know what I'm saying? And I said, "You can clearly watch him stick something on my nose," and I smack it away and ask him why the hell he put. Will you plucking, cleaning my nose out for? Ain't nothing wrong with him. Ain't no blood here. So if you don't have no blood in your nose, why is somebody sticking a swab up your nose?
What round was that? You said going into
round 4. When I was in the corner for round 4, to go out to round 5, the round that they stopped it in. All you gotta do is watch him shove that swab right up my nose, and I smack it away because it started burning. So I slapped it away. I don't know the hell.
That was round 3 going into 4, or round 4?
Round 4 going into 5.
Because round 3 going into 4, they broke in and they start talking to Elroy Rojas as if they didn't.
Yeah, that way it was round. Yeah, you can see in round 4 going to round 5, you see him shove a swab up my nose and start wiping it around, and it started burning. So I slapped his hand away and said, "What the hell you rubbing up my nose? My nose ain't bleeding." And no, just clean it out. I said, "For what?" And then I just said, "Get the hell out of there." And I went out there. Boom, it hit me. Should have happened fast, too. I couldn't even see. I stepped back, and when I stepped back, where's Richard Steele? Everybody could see that something was wrong with me. Richard Steele sat right back there and didn't move until Trinidad ran up and hit me.
Well,
I could have been hurt bad because I couldn't defend myself. I couldn't see him.
He hit you low. He hit you low.
Yeah, I didn't even know where he hit me. I don't know if I thought he hit me in the body or in the kidney, something. I don't know.
Nah, well, going into the 5th, they're showing the counter right hand. You wobbled him. Before the round ended, he hit you low. They didn't even show the swab because they went into his corner between 4 and 5. They went into his corner. It's playing in round 5 now, so they didn't want to show what happened. That's what I'm saying.
They block it out because every time you watch that fight, they show him swab my nose, and then he, after he swab my nose, I go there for the next round, and all of a sudden I start going. You see me closing my eyes, stepping back. I couldn't see nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to clear my vision, and then he runs up and cracks me, and I go down. And the referee didn't even ask me what was wrong. He just counted me out.
Yo, your mouth is hanging open now.
Yeah, because I was, and I was like, I asked her.
You look like you would think if someone just turned the fight on right now, you would have thought that you was getting beat up prior to this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not what I saw. Because I remember watching this. I'm like, yo, I swear to God, you threw this fight.
Man, I was having fun. Everybody did. I went home. The people in next door, my next door neighbors, everybody asked me, did I take a dive? I was like, man, what am I gonna take a dive for? Wow. You know what I'm saying? A dive ain't gonna make me no money. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna make me less money.
Yeah.
Look, y'all. Look. No reason. Yo, Freddie, this is crazy. You back up and start blinking. Oh my God.
And Richard Steele could see I was in trouble. He did not step forward. He let me get hit.
Oh my God.
Anybody could see I'm in trouble. And I'm like, how could he just stand there and watch me get hit? Now, if Trinidad would have hit me on the chin, I could have been seriously hurt.
Yeah.
What if he came in and threw an uppercut? He could have really hurt me with a nice left uppercut to the chin. I couldn't even see him coming.
Bro.
But he threw a punch to the body, which I was like, I was just happy he didn't throw a heavy shot to the head because I couldn't see shit.
Oh my God.
That fight could have got me seriously hurt.
That's
and then after it was over, the doctor took me. The doctor says his eyes don't look right. He got to go to the hospital. And ain't no way in the world no punch is going to mess with my vision to the extent where the doctor says I have to go to the hospital. She knew something was up.
Nothing significant happened to you by way of a punch that made you wince like that and then go down from a body shot. That didn't make any damn sense. Now, here's what's unique about those tests. If you're not looking for something specific, you're not going to find it.
Mm-hmm. And he told me it seemed like the doctor told me it seems like I told the doctor the guy gave me adrenaline. Right. This what he claims he gives me in the fight. Like if I get in trouble, he give me adrenaline and kind of speed up or whatever he call it. The doctor said, no, that's not what you do. You don't do that with adrenaline. I said, what do you mean? He said, what adrenaline will do, it's going to hit you. And when it does, it could kill you because, the strength of your body already produces adrenaline. So if you inject more adrenaline into your system, you could hurt yourself. And he said you could have died.
Wow.
So I was pissed off and I fired him right after that. Right in the office with my manager in there. I told him I don't ever want him in my corner again. I said because this guy put this stuff on my nose.
Now I don't know. I don't know what y'all made for that fight against Trinidad, but did you tell me he went out and bought a house after that?
Yeah, he bought a $350,000 home.
Oh my God!
I couldn't even afford that.
You see that?
I'm like I pay taxes on all the money that I did make. And you know what I'm saying? I ain't had no $300,000 to go out and pay nobody to buy a house, but this guy did. That's how these guys live. They live off us. You know what I'm saying? And they sell us out one way or the other. If you don't have somebody you can truly trust, you in trouble. Because these jokers are talking to the promoters. That's why I try to tell every fighter that I meet, when you're dealing with this boxing situation, nobody talks for you. You talk, you demand how much you want, you know what I'm saying, and how much expense money you want to take the fight to help you get ready for the fight. All that has to go through you. Your trainer, your manager, they don't have shit to say. They work for you. You don't work for them. See, but a lot of fighters look at it like the manager, they're working for the manager, and the manager's looking out for you. No, he's not. They are skimming every extra dollar they can get out of these promoters, you know what I'm saying? Because here it is, if you make $1 million, he only gets 10%. So if he sells you out to a promoter and he can get $40,000, $50,000 out of the promoter, why wouldn't he sell you out? You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You coming up on a big fight. The fight I was making for that fight, $250,000. Right? They wanted to make sure I lost that fight. What did they do?
If you make you was making Tito look bad, but if you like beat him convincingly on the cards, that sets.
Oh, I was going to knock him out. Yeah, I was going to knock him out. He wasn't going to distance with me, and he knows it because we tried to make the rematch.
But think about it.
He refused
if he loses to Freddie Pendleton that night, there's no Oscar fight.
Yeah, his career is over.
His career is over. It takes a major step back. Now, Jose, I mean, since we're on it, what is the worst case of cheating that you've witnessed in boxing?
You know, right now, obviously, you know, I don't know if he's got any Pierre Garcia. Is he Indian? Is the Indian name? That was my worst fight right there, Pierre Garcia. That stopped in the second round the same way. Like I say, Larry fights here. I'm gonna tell you pretty much every fight in Larry Donald. Larry Donald, the same thing. I think his name is Larry Donald. I got stopped in the second round. I'm like, wow. Like the same identical thing happened. See, my coach was not there. Dave Clark was not there. Dave Clark was not there, you know. You know, a lot of fights, you know, you have to be careful who you have as your manager. I'm sorry, as your corner man. Be careful when you have your corner man, be careful. You know, it really goes back to the Bible. Like I said, you know, only God's good. That's where only God's good, you know. You got to, you know, that's where you got to look at people in boxing, you know. Only God is good. You know, I've seen guys, the manager, they're supposed to be friends of yours, and they still do these evil things to you. They still do these evil things to you. Put things in your drink and everything. Put drink in your drink and everything. They mess you up, man. It happened to me several times. Most of my fights got stepped in the second round. I mean, you know, I've been hit by the best. But even Bruno punched hard. Like I said, Bruno hit me behind my head. Like I said, you know, I fought the best. I fought Tyson. I fought Tim Witherspoon. These guys punch hard, you know. But all of a sudden, these guys now who can't hardly punch, you know, like I think Pierre Garcia, I think he's the best guy I started in the second round with. You know, the second round, you know, I don't know, man. I just couldn't believe what was happening. I couldn't believe what was happening. I said, man, you get like a little dizzy. You know, and that's what happened to me. Well, and most of my fights got stopped in the second round. Believe me, that's when it happened in the second round. The second round happened. Larry Donald, I put Larry Donald. Larry Donald did the same thing happened. The same identical thing happened. Matter of fact, one of my good friends, he was with me in the corner. I'm saying he was in the corner. He went me to the fight. And he said, "Man, Jose, man, they did you wrong, man. He even knew what took place. He even knew what took place when they put in my drink. He said, man, Jose, man, after they put that thing in your drink, after they put that stuff, man, you went out." That was against Larry Donald. I was out. There was it happened a couple of European fighters too. It happened to me a couple of times. You know, like I say, you know, is this trainer there? I don't mention the name, but is this trainer, you know, that, you know, that I believe he has something to do with it. You know,
as you can say, and salute to Stormy. He's about to cover this tank fight that's coming out. We about to pack it up here, man.
Okay.
But listen, man, thank you for that information. Now, as the chat can see, I didn't bring any of that up. These are the professionals that.
Let me mention my boy. What's his name? Who's the middleweight that that died from getting hit in the back of the head fighting Nigel Benn?
You talking about?
We didn't die, but
he ain't
talking
died.
about McClellan.
Yeah, McClellan.
No, it's Mike McClellan. Not Mike McClellan. He's a
Gerald McClellan.
kid.
Gerald. He didn't die. He's still alive.
Thank you. Because I know he's in serious. They said he got brain damage from what they did over there when he was fighting Nigel Benn in London. Yeah. That was terrible what the referee did, and paid no consequences for allowing him to get beat down like that. And then his life was pretty much over. He couldn't move. He couldn't do nothing.
Yeah, he's messed up.
And it's like, I wonder how did they make sure all his bills were being paid, stuff like that, because they took his life away doing that, allowing him to get hit in the back of the head and not cautioning Nigel. Nigel did it all day long, but Nigel didn't care.
And the weird part is, he didn't just get hit and then fall. He got hit. It was an accumulation of punches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he took a knee.
And all them punches around the back of the head, side of the head, and you can't let a guy get hit in those areas. Yeah. And the referee never said a word.
It was a nightmare to watch because he took a knee, and then he laid down, and that was it.
Yep.
I was like, what the hell's going on? Yeah, he's deaf and he's paralyzed and blind. This is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a dirty sport. The least we can do is make it clean.
And you know how young he was?
Yeah.
Man, that was disgusting.
It's a baby.
That's disgusting. Well, I ain't gonna hold everybody because I know it's fight night. We about to go watch the Tank fight. You know what I mean? And I was talking to Jose just a little bit. I asked him if he watched the fights, and he's not impressed with these new kids. But you know what? Jose?
I'm not either.
I know. You know what, Jose?
It's something to watch.
We're definitely gonna have you back, Jose. Now I like you, brother, man. I have your number locked in. Definitely gonna have you back, and I don't know, maybe we'll find a way to hit up Mike Tyson. Y'all can do it again and make some money. You know what I mean?
No, he ain't that crazy. He knows pain. He knows pain. He knows what pain feels like.
No doubt, guys.
Sound like me.
I appreciate you guys coming through. Freddie, you're always welcome.
Yeah.
I'll
be there next week.
Yeah, no doubt. I'll give you a call next week. You come on in. Jose, I got you locked in. We're going to have you back, Jose. You know what I mean? Salute to you. Salute to Cuba. No diggity down. Man. No doubt, brother. And I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, then.
All right, y'all.
All right, now. Later. All right, later.
Man, that was fun, man. I love it, man. I love having the OGs on here. And let them know how they can find you.
You can find me on Facebook, Anthony Carter. That's my government name. Instagram, Trick_Noty. And on Sunday evenings, man, you can find me here with Drew and Sensei, man. Chopping up here with these legends, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Thank you, Drew, for having me on, man. This is a great show, man. And man, Jose Ribalta, hey, I talked to him on the phone a lot, man. And he has, trust me, he has more. There's more.
Yeah.
Whole lot more.
We only cut this short because it's a fight night. I don't want to hold everybody. You know
right, exactly, right.
I'm gonna have him back because there's a lot of things that I want to talk to him about.
Yeah, definitely gotta get him back.
Yeah, no doubt.
You got his number too, so.
Oh yeah, I got his number. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna chop it up with him. And a lot of people don't know he's Cuban. A lot of people don't know.
Yeah, he's Cuban. Yeah, El Nino. Yeah, he's Cuban.
So everyone enjoy the fight. Go whoever you're watching, the Sensei's up right now. We're gonna head over. That's why he had to cut out. But y'all know how to find the Sensei. And pick up his merch. That hat is clean. Pick up his merch. Y'all know I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna review the whole weekend of fights. And this guy Tio's at it again. Let me bless y'all with this before I get out of here.
But one of these kids is doing his own thing. Now it's time to play our game. It's time to play our game.
Now he has a collapsed lung. We don't do excuses over here, especially when you had two legends on here talking about there is cheating in boxing. But more on that tomorrow. Y'all enjoy the fights. And you already know what it is. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. We gone. Salute, Ant.
All right, y'all.
Move!